Paul, a servant of God and an apostle of Jesus Christ, according to the faith of God's elect, and the acknowledging of the truth which is after godliness. Titus 1:1. Paul here speaks as the mysterious alchemist within you, your own human imagination made servant and messenger of the divine. A servant of God is that inner bride, your subjective self, wedded to spirit. An apostle of Jesus Christ is her mission, to proclaim the Christ formed in you. This apostle moves not by outward deeds, but by the silent faith of God's elect, your inner Israel, chosen before birth, untouched by outer circumstance. According to the faith of God's elect, names the power by which Christ is born, the unwavering assumption of an unseen reality. Faith is simply loyalty to what your inner self conceives. It is in this sanctuary of imagination that God's election takes shape. There, the elder Esau, the skeptical senses, must yield to the younger Jacob your dreaming, your belief, so that the desired vision may find flesh. And the acknowledging of the truth which is after godliness beckons you to recognize the one truth behind all appearances. You and your Maker are one. That truth, your divine union, always follows the path of godliness, for godliness is nothing but the earthly garment of spirit. To acknowledge it is to honor the unseen union, to abide in the assumption that Christ's perfect form already lives within you. This verse is your summons. Awaken the servant within. Offer your imagination freely to God's design. Hold your end-of-night reverie as accomplished fact. Let every thought echo the faith of God's elect, and soon the Christ you have conceived in secret will manifest in your world. Thus you become both servant and apostle bearing witness to the one reality where you and your Maker dwell as one. In this verse, servant and apostle point to two aspects of our consciousness. The servant is the obedient mind that follows divine guidance. The apostle is the messenger or living demonstration of an inward reality. God's elect are not an external club, but the chosen state of awareness, our own imagination awakened to its divine role. Acknowledging the truth is the decision to recognize the deeper self beyond surface appearances. Here we see creation unfolding as faith awakened in our inner realm. By aligning with the faith of God's elect, we enter the invisible workshop of imagination, where thoughts and feelings give birth to form. The truth which is after godliness is that creative principle itself, your human imagination fused with the divine. As you acknowledge it, you become both the clay and the potter, crafting your outer experience from within. This verse reveals that you are both servant and ambassador of a higher self. Your true office is to hold the assumption of your desired reality, to acknowledge that invisible pattern, and thereby transmute everyday consciousness into living proof of divinity. You possess the power to enact that pattern Christ formed in you by sustained inner conviction. Begin by choosing a single state you wish to demonstrate, peace, abundance, or health, and in doing so, you define your own apostleship. In quiet moments throughout the day, assume the invisible reality of that state. Feel its presence within you, speak from its certainty, and walk as though it has already come to pass. Whenever a challenge arises, welcome it as an opportunity to serve this inner truth, responding from the strength of your awakened faith, rather than slipping back into old reactions. As evening falls, return once more to your chosen assumption in the theater of your imagination, dwelling in the conviction that it is fully realized. Let yourself drift into sleep under the assurance that what you have embraced already exists. In this way, the opening greeting of Titus 1:1 becomes far more than a mere salutation. It unfolds into a living blueprint. You, too, can bear witness to the ever-living Christ within and shape the world by the power of faith brought lovingly to life.